And then we'll do a normal game of Hunt after this. I wish in observer mode I could click and I could hear the team comms from the hunter team.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that too.
Alright, trap. Ooh, a Smurfy behemoth. Ooh, Maggie. I do like the one thing that I think Arena does more than anything else, unless you're going in like super try-hard mode, I like this skin. These skins are really cool. Is that I think it's very interesting. Oh, they both have them. Nice. These are the Night Hunter skins. They kind of have like glow-in-the-dark effects. Right now they've released them for Trapper and Assault. Support was hinted at because of the stream a couple days ago on Turtle Rock Studio stream. So they're probably going to be the next one to have them out, and then the medics. It'll be interesting to see the Lazarus Glove with glow-in-the-dark effects. But one thing I do like about Arena more than anything else is that it really, unless you're, like I said, unless you're in try-hard mode, but if you're just a bunch of group of friends, it's interesting because you always go around picking lots of different characters. Hank has been the only consistent person. The Assault's been different each time. Same thing with the Trapper. The medic's been Val, the first two, and then Kyra. But I mean, that's what I like about it, is it really has this nice little, you know, experimentation feel to it. And so here he goes. Ooh, Dead getting singled out here. Rock throw goes up. I feel that rock throw was a little unfortunately timed, and Dead goes down. Fantastic. Great job already. They need to do, there's the orbital. Going to punish him, forcing the monster to get away, and it might go ahead. If he gets this rock throw up, he might be able to go ahead. If he can get a rock, there we go. And there we go. I'll just punish him, and it looks like the Assault is down. Now, with the Assault being down, and getting that armor, fantastic work by Illusional. Very, very aggressive behemoth. And that's exactly the kind of behemoth to play that I like. So now he's just going to go ahead and start singling out the other higher damage. So right now I'd probably go after support, just because Maggie, I mean, her damage is okay, but it's more tickling than anything else. And there's that rock throw, that I feel, or not rock throw, the rock wall. I feel that rock wall is being targeted a little too close to them, and could be spaced out a little bit further. But right now, looking very, very good. Lots of health. All three hunters. Medic being focused, but right now I feel that the best person for him to go after would be Hank. Because Hank can shield, and then once Hank is down, you don't have to worry about very much damage at all, because it will just be Maggie and occasionally Kyra with a grenade here and there. But definitely right now, MVP, or definitely should focus on Hank. Now, one thing I do notice is that a lot of people tend to move around a lot in arenas. I like what Sharper does. You know, you pick a spot and you keep shooting, you keep doing your job, because that saves your jetpack fuel, and you only move when you have to. You know, you're very reactionary, and that's exactly what the hunters want to do. So Sharper is doing a fantastic job about that, and Gizmo as well. They're both, you know, they both basically say, this is my spot, I'm going to stay here and only move when I have to, because then I have more jetpack if I need to. Because if you're always scrambling around, you'll always find yourself out of jetpack when you actually need it. And so Behemoth struggling right now, trying to go ahead and get it down. Cube getting low health though, and it looks like there's that fissure going to wound a few of them back here. You could go around, so right now I probably would stop fighting around here and bring them back towards me and see if I can get some armor and force them to come to me. That will give them a little bit of time to heal up, so it probably won't work now, but like as soon as the Assault was down, change the engagement. Once you realize that the hunters kind of have their little area figured out, force the change on them, and then that way you can go armor up, and if they don't follow you, you armor up, and if they do follow you, you can go ahead and accommodate from there. Nice long-range lava blast over there. Takes down Cube. This might be exactly the opening he needs. Does get healed up by Kyra, but Cube already at half health already. And there comes another orbital. Unfortunate for him, and he's got... Oh, that's going to be rough. And I think that that is going to be just too much damage to recover from. But fantastic start, just great positioning by the Hunters. And that's exactly the kind of positioning you want to be on. Pick somewhere high. He's probably going to go tongue grab, I believe, at this point. But we'll see. But that's exactly the kind of position. You know, pick somewhere high up, do your job, and only use your jetpack when you have to. And this is that one fight where they were grouped up before, all earlier down here. So let's see if the same thing happens. So once again, immediately going after the assault. I love this approach. I see it. I see it a lot more, but I feel that it was a very good, valid strategy for a long time when the game first came out. So I'm glad that it's starting to catch up. Because if you can take the assault out of the equation, it makes your strike versus permanent health ratio very good. So here he goes. It looks like, ooh, and that orbital will miss most of him. He does take a little bit. And Daisy will be getting picked up right now. I do like that Sharper is not ignoring Daisy. A lot of people ignore Daisy, including the monster, and so having Daisy up is actually a fantastic thing because Daisy will get in those sneak revives a lot. So I think the biggest thing is for Illusional to use his rock wall a little bit differently. I feel that he's using it in kind of suboptimal locations. But we'll see if he can make the most of it. So this is kind of an awkward area for the Hunters, just because there's really no solid single ground. It's kind of got like this entire like switchback back and forth, up and down. However, the monster does try and make the most of it. They're all kind of grouped up, so right now they're just putting on an immense amount of pressure. Rock wall keeps it so that only the support... Oh, but he does go outside of his own rock wall. I feel that if he broke away and started fighting in the back area, it would work out a little bit better for him. Ooh, and that orbital is in fact going to... Oh, and that orbital... Yeah, I think he rolled right into it. Good job. Great position by the Hunters. So now we'll go ahead and start doing a normal game of Hunt, and we will go from there. So if there's anyone in chat that would like to recommend a map or would like to see a specific map, go ahead and let me know, and we'll go ahead and go from there. GG's. That was a really great start with that first arena. The monster just came out of the barrel, or came out of the gun, and just barreled right into the assault and just made short work of him. And from there, he had a lot of opportunity to basically control the fight his way. One thing I'd probably suggest is as soon as the assault was dead and gone, I would probably force the Hunters to come to you. That way you didn't have to worry about Maggie's harpoon traps right away, and it throws them off. But Sharper and... I want to say Gizmo. Yeah, Gizmo. Fantastic positioning. You know, you do exactly what Hunters should be, where you basically take the high ground and you just kind of stay there and you don't move unless you absolutely have to. A lot of Hunters, and this doesn't include Assault, because Assault's always going to be chasing the monster, but I feel a lot of Hunters kind of follow the monster around and use up too much jetpack. But the nice thing about you is that if you're in the same place, your accuracy is going to be better, you'll have a better view of what's going on, and you also have a full tank of jetpack should the monster start coming after you. So really good formation there, and it's definitely something that a lot of Hunters in general can learn. And that'll be really cool. But really good job. I just feel that Behemoth, you were trying to focus. I don't know. It's really hard because Behemoth without tongue grab, it's really hard to kind of get people in. Your rock walls seemed a little too close for some reason. I'm not too sure if that was just because of aiming or you're trying to shield yourself as opposed to get somebody in there with you. But I feel your rock walls were a little off for the most part. But really good job. Even in that second match, when you guys were all grouped up a lot, you know, you were doing really good orbital punishment whenever somebody would go down or get hurt. Really exceptional teamwork. Very good job.
Was that a 3-point fissure, by the way? Because that kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, it's 3-point fissure, but with the rock wall, that I don't know. I always seem to have problems with that. My problems are like when I try to position it, even I take a second to wait, because it seems like sometimes it needs a little time to, you know, I'll hold the button But for some reason it'll go way off, way not even where I had it initially, where I marked it, and that's why some of them were either way off or too close. I didn't understand what happened, but I guess it's sort of kind of a little glitch or a little problem with it that I've noticed anyway.
Huh.
Because like when I saw the fissure go, I was like, oh, even if I get hit by this, I should be okay. Then I'm suddenly down, and I'm just like, wait, what?
Yep. Fissure is strong. I love Fissure.